Hey guys, so yeah, I'm back again. A lot of things have been happening. What happened today is actually not that uncommon, and I just wanted to discuss what a day in the life of a target is like when you need to go out and purchase something. All right, so first of all, you have to be careful because they tamper with everything. So if they know what you're going to get, they're going to probably tamper with it. But second of all, if they know what you're going to get and they can somehow remove it from the shelves, from the store, from, whatever, they will do it. And I don't shop only for myself. I have to purchase things for some other people as well. So I can't always buy just different items. I can't be as diverse as I want to. I try though. But sometimes you need a specific item. And if they know beforehand that you need that item, you're going to have a hard time getting it. They did this a while back. My mom had wanted something. Uh, no, my mother had. There was something that I had always gotten for her, and I'm not going to say what it was, but I don't know if she said she had wanted it that day or not. But I went to the store and I didn't get it, but I did pass the aisle, and there were none there anyway, which is no surprise since I noticed that some guy, and of course when he spoke, he had a Russian accent. He was carrying all of them, and this happened more than once. So they'll go and they'll just buy out whatever it is you want, and then they'll rub it in your face. I don't know if he was actually Russian. Okay, either he was, or someone wants to make it look like they want to blame it on Russians. I don't know. And because of the layers of deception that are used, so many, layer upon layer of manipulation and deception and misdirection, I can't know for sure who's doing this. I'm not gonna blame any one group. Anyway, so what I've been doing is I've started the keto diet, and what I wanted to get those keto strips. Now the at home blood monitoring for ketosis would actually be better, but I'm obviously not going to order it, all right? Especially something that you actually, something like that where they can tamper with it before it gets here or while it's sitting here, in the mailroom or something like that. So I got the keto strips instead, but even that was difficult to get. I can't order these things. I do order stuff that, if it's tampered with, it can't be damaged too much and it can't possibly cause harm to any of us. So, or at least I don't think it can. I don't know. Anyway, so on Sunday I had been at the store and I noticed the pharmacy was open. So I stopped by and I asked them if they had, and this is a store I don't normally go to. I tried to go to a different store just to throw them off, to throw the perpetrators off. So the pharmacy was open. So I stopped by there and asked them if they had the keto strips. And the guy was nice. He was really nice. And he said they don't have it in stock, but he would order it and that I should come back the next day after 2. Okay, that would be yesterday, right? So yesterday I went back after 2 and he said they didn't come in, but he said they would definitely be there the next day after 2. That would be today. But he also said that another store, and I'm not going to name it, might have them. He knows that they have them. So, or he's pretty sure that they have them. And it's the other store is the one that I normally go to. It's right around there. It's the one that I didn't go to that day. But anyway, so I left the pharmacy yesterday and I went to the other store and the one that I normally go to. And I asked them if they have it, and the guy who was up front, he didn't know, so he went back and he asked the Russian guy, and of course right away the Russian guy said no. I knew this is going to be difficult. Okay, today I went back to the original pharmacy that I'd gone to on Sunday, and the guy I had spoken with wasn't there. There were different people there, and I asked the woman if she had them, and she said no, they didn't have them. And I explained to her that the guy had twice now told me to come back, and the woman wasn't quite sure what to do, so she asked another man, and he checked on it for a while, and then he called me back and said, oh, well, we can order it. It'll be here on Thursday. And I gave up. It's not going to be there on Thursday, right? I'm not playing this game anymore. I am not going to keep going back. Plus, with the strips, they really only work reasonably well for the first few weeks, I think. At least that's what I heard. Once your body adapts to ketosis, it doesn't show up on the strips. As you stop urinating out ketones, and so it doesn't show up on the strip, even though you're still actively in ketosis. So um, time is running out. I started, I've been regularly losing weight now. I've been trying to get in shape, but I've decided, after Christmas, I decided to change things up and try keto. And I was leaning that in that direction anyway. I had started to take carbs out of my diet, but I decided to go full keto after Christmas. So I really needed those sticks to make sure that I was doing it right. I was in ketosis. Okay. So I had a few stops to make. On the bus, I took the bus where I was going, and we passed a Walgreens. I hadn't intended on getting off there or going to that Walgreens, but when I saw it, I figured I got off the bus right away. I just figured, all right, I'm going to try this. Maybe they have it. So I went in. As I walked in, a woman followed me in, and she was standing side by side with me with her cell phone, talking on it, and her cell phone, of course, pointing in my direction. And she followed me into one of the aisles, and she wouldn't, she wanted to be like, she positioned it so that the camera was pointing at me. And so I got away from her, and I rushed to the pharmacy before her. I figured, all right, these, if they know what I'm going for, they're going to screw it up here too, and I'm not going to be able to get it. So we all get in line, and she gets in line, and I kind of stand back because she got in the pickup line, and I got in the consult line because I just had the question to ask. And of course she was standing, and she kind of maneuvered around and kind of turned around so that the camera was pointing in my direction, and she was yakking the entire time. And so I finally, someone, took me, and they came to help me. And I asked them if they had the ketosis sticks, whatever they're called. And the woman said yes. And I was shocked, and I got a little bit too happy, because I figured, okay, I did something unexpected. I got here before, they could ruin this, right? And before they could, remove everything from the shelf, or tell these people that just to say they don't have it, or whatever it is they do, or buy them all out. I don't know. So she gave me the little box of the sticks, and I paid for it at the pharmacy. I asked her, where do I pay for it, at the pharmacy or at the main store? And she said the pharmacy, so I paid for it at the pharmacy. This was at Walgreens. And okay, so I pay for it. I have the receipt. I put it in my backpack, and I walk out to leave. Just as I'm about to walk out, I see two people standing in the exit, in the corridor, and they're kind of staring at me, and they've got their phones out, and I think I shouldn't leave right at this moment. But what else could I have done? I couldn't go back. I was almost there, I could turn around and fiddle with something, but that would have looked even weirder and more suspicious. So I continued to walk out, and as soon as I walked out, the alarm went off. The alarm went off. Okay. And these two looked like they looked like it was Christmas all over again. They got what they wanted. It was a man and a woman, both white. I don't remember if they had maybe ash brown hair. They didn't look Russian. In this case, they look kind of German or Germanic. Anyway, so I went back in, and I walked right over to the cashier. She saw everything, and I pretty much emptied my backpack. I didn't have much in it, but I took the receipt out. I took the little box out. And she said, oh, well, the pharmacy probably just didn't demagnetize it, or whatever it is they do. So she ran it through something. She demagnetized it. And then I left. I walked out, and everything was fine. The alarm didn't go off, but those people were gone. They didn't wait to see if I was innocent, right? They got the footage they wanted. So the whole purpose of this, it wasn't to call the cops then. It wasn't to have me arrested then. It wasn't anything like that, because there are cameras all over the store. So, they would know if someone does something. Instead, it was just to get that footage, so that once again, I'm in a situation where it looks like I've done something wrong when I haven't. And they're not going to show what happened before. They're not going to show what happened after. These filthy liars will only show that one bit. And I don't know at this point if the people who are standing there, who are told there to get the footage, really think they're going after a bad guy, or if they know they're setting someone up on false accusations. And at this point, I don't care anymore. You need to, as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to try to catch someone in a crime, you damn well better find out what happened before and what happened after, and you better stay there to find out what the conclusion is. You don't just get part of a picture and run off, okay? If the target is not allowed a defense, then you're not looking for the truth. You're looking to set someone up. And that's what the organizers want. This is why they don't let the targets defend themselves. This is why they don't let the targets speak on their own behalf, right? Because they're trying to set the targets up on false accusations. And for these so-called do-gooders out there who claim they want to help stop crime, then do it. Go after real criminals. But in order to do that, you need to know who the real criminals are. And you're not going to do that by getting one bit of footage. You don't know what happened after that. Anyways, how they set people up, and then they show people this footage that makes the target look guilty, and people believe it without question. These are, and this is the problem. If don't simply believe something without getting the facts. Okay, a picture might say 1,000 words, but it leaves out 1,000 more. You don't know what's going on if you don't know what happened before and you don't know what happened after. Unfortunately, some people are just very easily manipulated, and they want to believe the target is guilty because they're benefiting from the targeting. They enjoy the group bonding. They enjoy gathering in a group to hunt easy prey, where they know that there's no real threat to themselves. This is a coward's war. It's a coward's hunt, right? They're probably being paid for it, and they don't want to feel guilty about what they're doing. They don't want to feel remorse. They don't want to stop and think maybe they're doing something wrong. So they're not going to acknowledge doing anything wrong, and they're going to believe whatever lies the organizers, the whoever's running this, tells them, right? Because they're just going to eat up whatever lies they're told because they want to believe those lies. This is we're dealing with now, the psychology of the perpetrators, and that's almost worse than dealing with the whoever's running this program. Because if you think about it, the people running this program know what they're doing. They're doing this intentionally for a specific purpose. They know what that purpose is. But the lackeys, the perpetrators they hire, don't. And I think a lot of these people are hired for their stupidity because they don't understand basic psychology. They don't even understand their own mind. So that's why they can be so easily manipulated, and they don't question. They don't question, whoever hired them to do this. They don't question themselves. And even when something might look wrong or when the facts don't add up, they block it out. Okay. They lie to themselves in order to justify themselves. Okay. That's the low intellect, unwise rabble that gets hired to do this. And I think there are occasionally some good people who also get hired, unfortunately, to be perpetrators. And once they realize that they're involved in something bad, they're afraid to leave. And that I understand. Okay, not all perpetrators are horrible people. Most probably are. And oh well. Anyway, so I had my because I film now. I take my camera with me because I want to catch what's happening. No one will believe me if I don't catch this garbage when it happens and when it keeps happening. So, but the problem was that the thing was my camera was on my arm and my armband, and I'm walking back and forth, and I do have the footage if I need it, for legal reasons, to show that I did go back, and hopefully the conversation was recorded where she demagnetized or whatever she did, and then I left and everything was fine. I'll see if I can clean this up and post it. I don't know if I can. I don't even know if it's going to come out, but we'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video for both my protection and just so that, just so that so that people who don't know a lot about this and who aren't being targeted and who aren't involved start to understand, just what it's like to be targeted like this. Every day is a struggle. Every day. It's something new. Anyway, peace.